Hi, folks. Today we're going to be talking about converting units of measurement of length. And we're going to be talking about customary units or the imperial system. That's what we use here in America. I think there's like three other countries that use it in the world. Most of the countries use metric, and we'll learn about that later. But we're going to talk about how we measure things here in America. And there are four types of measurements that you're going to see: inches, feet, yards, and miles. Okay. So to go from inches is the base unit, right? That's the smallest unit that we use here in America for our customary units. And as we move down, right, we have to know like, okay, in order to get to feet, it's going to take 12 inches. So 1 foot is the same thing as 12 inches. This is also in your textbook on page 640. Write that here. It's on page 640 if you need a refresher. Okay. Uh, Yards is the next equivalent we have. And yards is the same thing as 3 feet or 36 inches. The next is miles. Okay. Miles, there are 1,760 yards in a mile or 5,280 feet. I have a bonus extra credit little assignment for you that's only going to be here on this video. If you can tell me why uh, why they stopped at 5,280 feet. Why didn't they make it 6,000? Why didn't they make it 5,000? If you can do some research and tell me why, I will give you an additional 15 points extra credit. That's almost a whole quiz grade. You have to just write it up and you can submit it to me or share it with me on Google Docs. Not in the comments because I don't want other people to be able, to take credit for your hard work. Now let's get back to it. So we have inches, feet, yard, and miles. So one thing that I tell my students that I got from a fellow teacher here, when you're converting and going between inches or between two types of measurements, you're only going to go one way. You're going to go from smaller to bigger uh, unit of measurement or from a larger to a smaller unit of measurement. So, for example, inches is smaller than feet. Miles is larger than feet. It's longer. 1 mile is longer than 1 foot. So the rhyme that we use in our class to remember what to do is butterfly to horse multiply, of course. Okay, so that means, I'm sorry, butterfly to horse divide, of course. So that means if we're starting with a smaller measurement and going to a larger measurement, we are going to divide. And from horse to butterfly, we multiply. So when we go from a larger measurement to a smaller measurement, we're going to multiply because it's going to take more of those smaller measurements to fit into the larger one. So let's talk about some concrete examples. So for example, if I have 2 feet and I want to know how many inches is that, right? I'm going from feet to inches. So I'm going from horse to butterfly. So we're going to multiply. But what are we going to multiply? Okay, so we're going to take this number here in front. We're going to take that 2, and we're going to multiply it by however many feet there are in 1 inch. Since every foot has 12 inches, you're going to go 12 times 2, and that gives us 24. Okay, so if we're going the other way around, if I have 48 feet and I want to know, hey, how many yards is that? I'm going from feet to yards. I'm going from a smaller unit of measurement to a larger unit of measurement. And our rhyme is from uh, butterfly to horse, smaller to larger, divide, of course. So similar to what we did in the previous example, we're going to take this 48 and we're going to put it off to the side. And we're going to divide. And what are we going to divide by? Well, how many feet are in a yard? That's what we're going to divide by. How many feet are in a yard? So we got 3, we got 1 here. So there are 16 feet in 1 yard. Okay. So another thing you have to look out for is things won't always be so clean, right? So for example, let's say I have uh, 3 feet and 2 inches, and I want to know how many inches is that in total, right? So I can't just multiply 3 feet by 12, right? Horse to butterfly, we multiply. Horse to butterfly, we're going up here. I can't just multiply 3 by 12 and go up 36. I'm done. There's also this pesky 2 inches here that it's not a full foot, so we couldn't say 4 feet. So we would do the 3 times 12. That'll give us 36. And then we'll have to add in that remaining 2 inches to get our total of 38 inches. Okay. So again, not overly complicated, but it will take some brain power. Make sure you're coming into open Zoom. If this video didn't make sense, replay it. If you watch it a second time and you still don't understand what I'm saying, Google or go on YouTube and put in customary units. Measure customary unit, excuse me, customary units of length, and find someone else who explains it, who may be able to explain it in a way that clicks more with you. That's the beauty of the internet. I'm not the only voice out there. There are literally hundreds and thousands of people who have given their interpretation of how to describe and teach this topic. So I look forward to seeing you and have a great day.